Hello friends, Jibson here. Welcome back to Football Manager 24. Welcome back to Català FC, the Catalan only challenge, and we are here at the start of Season 2. The 2024-25 season is upon us. We have ticked over into the new season. We are in the next tier. We are in our new division with our new schedule. And we have some new players, some familiar guys. We'll take a look at what we've done. But first, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the competition itself? So we have been drawn into the Division A for the Spanish Federation First Division, which is the third tier here in Spain. We have some more B teams. In fact, three of the best B teams. We have Bilbao, Atletico, and Real Madrid B teams are all here. We have the actual Deportivo La Coruña is here as well as some relatively familiar faces, at least with Sabadell is another Catalan team that we have loaned from. But we are here in Tier 3. We can go to the season preview and see that we are at least expected to be a good team here, at least by the season preview. Based on who we currently have, they expect us to finish potentially 5th, which we would absolutely take. We're looking good for this level. I mean, we can take a look at, for example, Sabadell, who are a slightly bigger team, but in a similar position to us. Their key player, he's their star player. He's only on $2,000 a week, so that's somewhat interesting. I would say we are paying some of our best players more than that. I wonder if that's going to end up being a problem for us here in with the finances. And while we're at it, we can see that the finances are not looking amazing. We are at essentially zero. Our initial investment has run out here, so we burned through $8 million in this amount of time. A good chunk of that went to expanding the stadium before we even played a single match. But yeah, over the last 12 months, we have gone from 5.2 million or 4 million all the way down to essentially zero, and our projection does not look good. So what do we do about that? Well, we can sell players, but our players don't really want to leave, and there's not teams that are willing to buy them just yet. We have to continue developing them, and we haven't really had a chance to develop any youth players yet. So that could be a little bit of a problem here. We don't have any. Well, we have this pretty small loan that was taken out at some point. I don't remember exactly what this is for, but essentially, it's only a $200,000 to get it. Our sponsorships are okay. We get $300,000 a year for our kit sponsor. But yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to do here. We're eventually just going to have to start selling players. But I think that where we are here, the first division is not the place. So the third tier, I should say, is not the place to pause, and sort of regroup and before we continue on to a higher division. There's not a lot of money here. I think our best bet is to really push for promotion out of this, which is no small feat, and then try to get ourselves up into the second division, and then we can see there'll be more money. We'll get more TV rights. We'll be able to attract better players. Our reputation will be a little bit better. So that's just sort of what I'm thinking in terms of. I think we should go for it this year. I think we should try to stay within budget. But go for it. I don't see why not. See if we can sneak into the playoffs and win. I think there's 4 promotion spots. Yeah, there's 4 spots into the second division, and two of them are in our division. Obviously, the champion gets to go up. There are no teams here that can't be promoted. Like the B teams, all their teams are in the top division, so they could go up to the second tier, or we could get in off the playoff. And yeah, it's just straight up. First goes to the second division, second through fifth end up in a playoff, and assuming the winner goes up. As for transfers, we can see here we have done some business. Starting here, there's a bunch that happened when we ticked over into July. We showed off Alex Almanza before. He has joined us. He is going to be a left-sided player for us, sort of the opposite to a Stalls, left-footed. Is decent enough. Next, we have Domenech has joined us on a free transfer. He is going to be one of our, starting or first sub options at defensive mid. Could play in that number 10 as well if we wanted him to. Again, left-footed, but wants to play on the right, so he'll be sort of in this little position right here. Next is Carlos Blanco. We may have shown him. He is our new center back partner for Villanova. Is pretty good enough for this level. We're paying him a decent amount of money every week, but he is in a good he's a good player, and we got him for free. Bustamante joined us on a free transfer as well. You know him. Gerard Gonzalez is a left-sided, defender. He is left-footed, can fill in at center back. He is 6'2", so he's definitely tall enough to play there. But also can play as a fullback, which is great for us, or even a wingback, which I do think we are going to play some three at the back system here. I'll show you what I'm thinking if we get to the tactics. And then finally, this guy has joined us on loan, Arnau Ortiz. He can play anywhere across the front, even could fill in at striker if we really wanted him to, but I think he's going to be best as either on the left side here cutting in, or as a number 10 filling in for Javi Hernandez. Is pretty solid, has some definite strengths and some glaring weaknesses, but I think he's pretty good. He has shoot from distance, but his long shots are 13. His technique is 14. His flair is 14. Like, that's pretty solid. Yeah, I'm happy to have him on loan from Girona, and that's it so far. Well, actually, hold on. Is there one more? Because that was sort of the end of last season. And yes, of course, we did bring back David Estalls on a permanent deal. We did have to pay $200,000 up front, and then we'll give another $200,000 next season once he plays 50 games for us. I think that's a pretty solid deal. He's definitely worth more than that. And we are giving everybody relatively low release clauses. For example, he's got $800,000. If he continues to develop, I would happily take $800,000 for David Estalls. Heading to the tactics, just to see what we're sort of working with here. This is something that I have been considering, especially against the teams that are better than us. I haven't quite figured out what tactical style I want, but this is going to be the positioning. That we have a Rumi, we have a Stalls. They can both play wing back. They can play, Stalls can play fullback as well, but having him play a wing back who can get a little bit further forward. Then we have Gerard Gonzalez, who can be a wide center back who can just kind of play over in this area, but can cover as a center back when we're out of possession, as well as Soldevila is back, as you can see. He signed an extension with us. We had to give him more money, but he is just really, really solid. I think that's in terms of what we're paying some other guys. This is definitely worth it, and we have him for 3 full seasons on this deal, so that's really good for us. Good piece of business for us. I think Baero has developed quite a bit. I think I'm very happy for him, especially to be a ball winner instead of just having 2 defensive mids on support. Maybe doing something more like this, where we have Soldevila as a playmaker. Bayero as the ball winner. We also have Hernandez on Enganche. So we do have two sort of ball winner, or sorry, two playmakers, but they play far away from each other. So that's we'll see how it goes. Kopotun in this system could be the striker, but we didn't have to extend Peke Polo. He actually had an automatic extension if he played in a certain number of matches, so that triggered. So we get him for one more year. We never had to re-sign him. Domenech is here, obviously. A lot of the guys, Almansa is can play at wingback as well potentially, so he can fill in for Arumi there. Yeah, this is what we're kind of working with. Our dynamics are still quite good. Atmosphere, leadership support are good. Team cohesion is average. I don't think we've made it quite to the. Yeah, everyone's still on vacation, right? We haven't made it back, but I did want to jump in here just to show you, just to check in with the team here in the early preseason or before the preseason. We have a bunch of friendlies lined up, and then we have our first match here in a little over a month against Atletico Madrid B. Which is going to be a very tricky game depending on who they bring. I think as long as we can beat most of the teams, and then the B team matches really are, we'll just chalk those up as losses. If we can get anything out of them, we'll be happy. But we'll really focus on the matches against the teams that are actually in our division here. And the only other thing I think to check out is our stadium, because they announced another expansion. This one was actually quite cheap. Currently, our capacity is reduced slightly. We have 2,500 seats, a capacity of 5,000 or so, but they are converting a bunch of that I guess this capacity into seated capacity in order to get up towards, I guess, almost 4,000 seats. I'm not sure if that's something that we need to do for like the division that we're in, but that was announced and it really didn't cost very much money. So we're getting a little bit more, seating. Maybe that'll improve our income a little bit more. We will see. Our budget is, we had to adjust it in order to get the deal for Astal's across. We have a little bit more room here. I'm hesitant to do anything with it. This division has 20 teams, so instead of 34, we're going to have to play 38 matches this year. That said, I still don't think we're in any cup competition. So it's just these matches. We very rarely have one. I don't think we ever really have them twice a week, except here at the beginning. So I think a relatively small squad should be okay. We'll see if we end up needing to bring anybody else in. But we have our youth players. We have a couple of players that are here in the B team who can contribute but just aren't that good, and are sort of training separately from the rest of the team. Our under 19s team has joined a league, so they are going to be playing a lot of matches this year, which is great. I might have to adjust how we're training so that they don't get too tired, but yeah, we're looking pretty good here. I will see you, I think, for the first game, and we'll introduce any additional signings that we make in the next month or so, and then we will play that first match of the new season in our new division against Atletico Madrid's B team. We are here at the start of the competitive calendar, playing just before our first match here against Atletico Madrid B. You can see we've had a fairly productive preseason. We played 5 matches through the preseason, some at home, some away, all against, of course, Spanish sides, and we did not concede a single goal, even against teams that are, in theory, better than us. Ibiza and Andorra are both second division teams. We beat them 1-0 each, and then a couple of other, solid results here, especially the last 2, as we get morale up and get everybody match fit. So very optimistic going into this season. let's take a look at the new transfers that you missed since over the last month. So we made 3 transfers since you were last with us. The first 2 really are pretty much non issues. I mean, they're both like got this guy on loan for basically free. It's really like I felt like we were a little bit short on striker cover, so I got him just in the really, the case where we really need just someone to throw out there, and he was basically free. So not really an issue there. Juan Camilo, also like a backup fullback on either side. If he plays very much, I'd be shocked. Just hoping he improves somewhat, as he's training in the B team, which is on a very intensive training regime. The final transfer, though, very, very solid loan deal here for Josep Jaume. Not sure. I'm sure that's awful pronunciation. He was playing recently at Baleares. That was the team he was at most recently, and we tried to loan him from them. They really did not want to loan because he's one of their best players, and he was going to be a little bit more expensive for us than we wanted to pay. But Bologna came around and bought him for just $220,000, which of course is, more than we probably would have been willing to pay or been able to pay for him. But as a result, he moved to a bigger team, and they were more than happy to let him go on loan. And so we are paying, well, I think, a pretty reasonable transfer fee, right? It's 25,000 for the entire year plus all of his wages, which are a little high, but we had the room. He is a very, very solid center back, maybe left back cover, but yeah, I think he's going to be very solid for us. Obviously, very good ratings. The height is a little bit of an issue, but 12 jumping reach is fine, especially with 13 heading. At this level, this is more than enough, and especially considering even like that we play a high line and we are going to be playing mostly with 2 other center backs to support him. That said, yeah, we can go into the tactics and we can see that we still have this very simple 3-4-2-1 shape. We played it all through preseason because I wanted to see how it would fare against both good and bad teams, and obviously it didn't allow a single goal. So this is what we are gonna go with to start the season, especially against Atletico Madrid, who we think are going to be better than us. So let's just jump into that match. This is going to be our starting 11. I will fill out the bench. We now, this season, get a full bench of 12 players as opposed to the 7 we had last year, which makes me very happy to have a little bit more flexibility of, guys who we can include in the match day squad. Our first highlight of the new season is a throw-in to them. We're playing in our blue kits with the white shorts today against them in their home red and white kits. Not a great start for us there, as Kala carves up our defense and finishes from close range. Just had a little bit too much space. The line just was not very solid. We had the men, but Kala found the space. A solid goal for them, of course. Another highlight here now. Unfortunately, it looked like it was going to be for us, but we gave possession away, and now they are possessing it between their back line, slowing down tempo. It was hard to tell the level of the overall level of player in this team compared to ours because we don't have we have scouting masking on, but Cala finds space behind our back line again. This time he very unselfishly pulls it back. David Villan taps home into the open net, and this season is already off to a very rough start. Now, obviously, the Atletico Madrid B team is going to be better than most of the teams in this league. But this is just very disappointing from us when we're setting up specifically for to be a little bit more defensive. But unfortunately, they are just getting in right behind us very easily. Highlight has started here for us now. Bayero finds a stalls there on the wing. Now, of course, both those sides came from the right where our friend David Astalls is playing wingback. He is obviously a very offensive-minded player. Not sure if that caused the issue with Kala being so free over on that side, or if it's just our right-sided center back. But he made a nice play there to get the shot away. Unfortunately, it did not. It was saved, and then the corner. Nothing came of that. But taking the ball up here again, running up the right wing. Soldavila has it into Arumi. This could be another highlight here for us off the corner. Arumi into Polo. Unfortunately, Polo is not able to get a good touch on it, and Iturbe picks it up. Pretty good chance there for us, actually. Very, very good chance. So obviously disappointed with the score line, but we've come back into this game a bit, not score-wise, but play-wise. We're finding our own a bit. It's unfortunate that we gave up 2 goals so early. It's that it's going to be tough for us to really get anything from this match, but you never know what anything can happen here, as that looked like Soldavila, I think, got the shot away and forces another corner for them, or for us. Let's see if Arumi can get a good delivery into the box here, as Villanova got towards it, did not get his head on the ball. Cleared back to Astalls, and that was the end of the highlight there, and it brings us to halftime. Here in the 65th minute, still down 2, we're going to switch to a 4 at the back just to see if we can at least get a goal. Bringing in Almanza. I think he can actually going to play. Yeah, he's just going to play up the middle. He's kind of a left-sided player, but he's decent enough actually there. I'm fine with it. Potentially we could bring in like Naranjo to play there if we really wanted to, but Kopatun was so good off the left for us that I want to give him a shot out there, especially as the inside forward. Switching to our high-pressing tactic, although the time just keeps ticking away. Our XG has come up quite a bit. A lot of that was from that one chance from Polo. Unfortunately, not a lot of possession for us, which was our bread and butter last season. We're not going to have as much possession this season. I'm just that's to be expected. But a highlight here, of course, playing on key highlights here, so that this could be promising here for us. Really, since they scored, there hasn't been a highlight for them. We've had a couple of chances ever since. So maybe just some early season jitters here in the first match at the higher division. Got punched in the mouth a couple of times, but now we've come into the game on our own a bit, but Arumi is not able to find the net there. Comes to nothing in the end. Another highlight here, just towards the end of the match. We're really trying to go for it, so we've been a little bit open at the back here, I'm sure. Serrano into Costas. Somebody blocks it. Would expect that was the highlight. Yes, so no goal for them, as they are going to take this one by a score of 2-0. It looks like, yeah, match ends. Solid performance for them. Somewhat encouraging performance for us, considering we were playing one of the stronger teams in the division. Hopefully we can come back out next time and put up a better performance against a weaker side. So yes, of course, a disappointing performance, but still have a chance to get off to a good start here with our next match at home. Unfortunately, we do play Real Madrid B at the weekend, but we're getting two of like the hardest matches of the season done early. Hopefully, it doesn't impact our dynamics too much, and we can get out of this week and then get off to a better start. We'll probably come back here for the first two matches here in September, home and away against Mahada Honda and Tarragona. But yeah, with that, I will leave you here. I will see you in the next one.